with Deborah Franklin. Y'all, I know I had a longer intro today, but I hope you heard the song and you know that you won't forget. That is by Marquin Middleton. So that means if you logged in last week and you saw last week's show, you know that I Plead the Blood was the song that we dedicated, played throughout the whole show. And of course, I got that text message, y'all. I played the wrong one. But of course, my answer was I played the one I had. So, needless to say, he sent me the right one. So tonight's show, again, is going to be dedicated to Marquin Middleton and the Miracle Chorale Choir. And we're going to be featuring that song, I Won't Forget. Because you know, in these times that we're going through, you can't forget what God has done for you. You can't forget where God is taking you to. You cannot forget what is getting ready to happen. And remember, this is our month of celebration. So whatever you're getting ready, start celebrating in advance for what God is getting ready to do, because it's going to be amazing. Y'all, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to be right back for a motivational moment. And we are back, guys. Hey, you know this is your girl, Deborah Franklin. I'm so excited about being here tonight. I got some good stuff. I got a co-host tonight, y'all. I can't wait to introduce her to you, because, in fact, I'm be introducing to some but presenting to others. You know, I'm sounding like the good old church Baptist preacher that's getting ready to preach. Well, we getting ready, but you know what? Before we get to that, I just want to share something with you about for motivational moment. I went to go, y'all know I love the food. Anybody that knows me knows I'm a foodie. I like to go to different restaurants. I like to hang out. I like food. And if it's nasty, I'm going to tell you that it's nasty. If it don't smell right, look right, I'm not going to deal with it. But I went to this particular restaurant, and the little girl was in there with her father. And she said, I got to have this cookie. I want this cookie. Now, this place has some great cookies. The cookies are like to die for. So I understood why the baby was so excited. But the father, being the father, and she's probably all of three, he broke the cookie. She said, I don't want no pieces. I said, did she really just say that? We all fell out laughing. But how many of you are presenting to God pieces, when in all actuality, you need to get the whole? Because when you start to write your vision and you start to making it plain, and we're going to be talking about Habakkuk 2:2. Stop giving God pieces of your dream and start giving him all of your dream, because God can't fulfill. You're wondering, why am I not getting to that place where I want to be? Why am I not succeeding on my job, in my career? Why am I not succeeding in my relationships? Why am I not succeeding in where I think I'm going to be? You're not succeeding because you're giving pieces. You're giving pieces of a dream and not the whole dream. So when you're making your vision board, stop putting on the car. Start putting the process of getting the car. Because a lot of times you put the car and you don't think about the process. What job do you have to afford the car? Yes, God will make a way. Yes, God will give you the desires of your heart. But did you pray for the means to keep up the desires of your heart? So many times we're putting things in the wrong places. I put up a post, and it was so funny when I put this post up, because I didn't even realize initially what I had did. I was just, again, you know, we playing around on social media. We're playing around on Facebook, and they tell you to change the screens, change your background, change your frames. And so I saw this particular frame, and the picture that I had did not fit. So I said, let me try a different picture. Y'all, I did not realize that that it was a billboard. I didn't even realize that it was a billboard, and the billboard was set with the background of a city. So with that being said, I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is amazing. Because when I looked at it and somebody else saw it, they said, you should put some writing on it. So what am I put on there? Why should I write on this? And then God said, what is your vision for where you see yourself going with this show? Yeah, this might be your first time going live on a national station, doing national things. But what do you really want to see? I said, God, I want to be syndicated. God, I want to be all over the country. I wanted to be where people are paying me to do what I do because this is what I love to do. I put that up. Not within 30 seconds, not within a couple hours, I started getting phone calls from people saying, I see it. I started getting text messages from people saying, I see it. I started getting people calling me, talking about, yeah, I saw that billboard in Virginia. In my mind, I'm like, why are they talking about they saw the billboard in Virginia? I'm like, this billboard ain't up. But then I said, oh, they caught the vision. And that's why in the scripture it says, write the vision, make it plain, so that way the heralds can run with it. Make sure that you are telling your vision to people that are going to pray for you, people that are going to stand up with you, people that are going to give you that extra push, people that are going to make you accountable and asking you, what are you doing to get to your dream? What are you doing to make that dream possible? What are you doing to be sustainable in where you're going? What are you doing? So guys, if nothing else, don't take the piece of the cookie. Start looking for the whole cookie. And that's what you're going to be doing. If nothing else, I want to motivate you today to start looking at the bigger picture. Stop looking at the crumbs that are around you and saying what you can't do, and start looking at the big cookie. All right, guys, we're going to be right back. I'm going to introduce our guest co-host tonight. I'm so excited to have her. She came into the city all the way from Houston, Texas. It's going to be none other than Centrell Reed of the Simply Centrell Show. Y'all, I am so excited. Y'all, sit back, relax, because we getting ready to take it to another level. All right, and we'll be back. With Deborah Franklin. And yes, I know you see somebody sitting next to me. This is my girl all the way from Houston, Texas. She's hanging out with us here on the East Coast. This is Centrell Reed, and I messed up the name of her show, and she corrected me. So what is the new name of the show?
We did a little rebranding.
I love it.
We did. It's the Centrell Show. It's crazy because when we would travel, people would say, "What's up, Simply?" And I'm like,
No,
that's
no,
not it.
no,
So we decided to just go with the Centrell Show.
So do I need to change the name of my show to just Deborah as opposed to?
I don't think you need to do that. I don't really think that's what it's about. I think you're missing the message.
Because they might be calling me conversations as
right.
opposed to
No, that's not what's happening. I think you're
But you
good.
know what? The thing is, I answer. They say, "Hey, conversation." I'm like, "Hey, y'all, let's converse."
Too much. Too much. No, I think you're perfect. I am so excited to be here.
I'm excited.
I am running off of just a little bit of sleep and rest, so hopefully I don't look like it.
No, but
I'm trying to be as fresh as
But
Deborah
you know what?
here.
You don't look like what you're going through. Because you know, go on and give that testimony, act like we in church.
As my grandmother says.
Look,
Jesus.
Yes.
Just call on him because he makes everything okay. So,
So whatever you're going through, however you look, just say Jesus because it makes you brand new.
All the time.
I might need to write that one down.
Did she just give herself?
I did. I kind of patted myself on the back with that one. But it's all good. It's all good. It's all in love. Y'all, that's one thing I have to tell you about the Conversations with Deborah Franklin show is that we have fun. And I tell everybody, if you can't laugh,
right.
if you can't joke, if you can't just hang out with people, then what's the purpose?
Right.
Why are you even doing life?
Right.
Because if you got to sit around and look like you just been sucking on lemons all day, why?
This is about showing up. Like, it doesn't matter what you're going through. It doesn't matter how you feel. No one knows that. You didn't know that I just got here this morning, that I'm tired, that I'm running off of a few hours of sleep. I was smiling when I walked in. I hope I was smiling when I walked in. Right.
You were. Because if you weren't, I'd have been like, boo-boo, what's going on?
Exactly. Because the way you show up, it also changes the atmosphere of the room. And people want to be around people who are going to lift things up, not bring in a cloud of darkness.
Exactly. Y'all, I'm going to try to get Centrell in this camera with y'all. For those that are on Facebook, listen, I know it's going to be sideways, but y'all, we going to do this. Y'all see, we cute. Mm-hmm. But we still live, y'all. All right, so I have Centrell here. And since I have her here, I met her when I was in Houston, and I was at another event. And believe it or not, we just met this summer.
Right.
This summer.
It was this summer.
And, you know, a lot of times people have heard me say that I believe in collaboration. I believe in women working together. Absolutely. I believe that women should be able, no matter what our backgrounds are, we should be able to work together. Because so many times, especially in this industry, women can be so catty. Oh, I'm not going to have her on my show because... yeah, she can't come on my show because we always hating. But
or because we do the same thing. We both have a show. And it's interesting because I've been doing now like these podcasts and motivational videos and things like that. And one of them was on collaboration. Collaborate more, compete less.
Exactly.
There is enough to go around. There is something different about me and my approach than Deborah has. You know, she's on fire and she's like throwing the message at you. You're going to catch it as like a football game going on. What is going on here? And my approach is just a little bit different. And I think that what happens is we forget that the way my message lands on someone is going to be different than yours.
Exactly.
Someone's going to be listening for that fire, and someone's going to be listening for my style too. So when you step into a space where someone's doing the same thing as you, look for the opportunity to have a synergy as opposed to having to stand apart. So.
And you know what? And I say, and I'm so glad that you said that because even when I did Centrell show, because I promise you, y'all, we met over some food. No, it was fumes. It wasn't even food. It was fumes.
I've never heard that before. A woman said she was going to give us some food, and it really was going to be like fumes. Some infused fumes. And I was like, I don't understand. Yeah, like, am I going to eat it?
Like, y'all, she was really talking. She was like, we're going to give you some collard greens and some macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
And we was like, all right, we getting
ready. And the cornbread. And the cornbread. Yeah.
And the cornbread was like a crumb. It was like a crumb.
Yeah.
And we was like, and of course, I'm like, again, we don't know each other at this event. And both of us turned to each other like.
I was like, right.
I said,
I don't know what's happening here.
Y'all can laugh. Y'all come on. Y'all the studio audience. Y'all, we got people in the studio. Y'all can. Because I promise you, y'all, I looked at Centrell and I was like, is she serious?
Right. I do healthy eating and fitness and all of that. And I'm thinking, look, I don't want no fumes of
No.
cornbread.
No, because
One.
we could not figure that out. And I was like, are you serious? And the killing part, she was serious.
She
y'all.
was serious.
People
Yeah.
pay her. I need to get her on Blade. It was Blade something. Blade.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. I got to get her on the show.
They pay
y'all,
her for fumes.
They pay her for fumes.
Yeah.
They pay her for fumes. I'm gonna get the name of her catering company, and I'm gonna make sure I post it before we leave. She gonna get some airtime because that's how we started. That's how we started our conversation. So we owe her.
We do. And by the way, her food was
amazing.
So I don't want fumes of amazing food. I want to taste the amazing food.
And the thing is, she even volunteered for that, from my understanding. And when you hear that people have given their time, they're giving their food, and when they invited me to this event, I said, "Oh Lord, they're gonna be serving us on some salsa."
I thought so too.
You were thinking the same
I didn't
thing.
think it was gonna be what it was,
because it was like this baby cooked some real food. And I was like, "Oh my God!" And it was pretty. Yeah. And then she had put it in some flower petals. I'm just having flashbacks, y'all.
I can see.
Yeah. Okay, all right. That's enough. We're gonna talk about Blake. I'm gonna get the real name, and I'm gonna put it out there to y'all so y'all will know. But I wanted to get into talking about some things with Centrell, y'all, because we said that this is our month of celebration. Centrell has been on fire. I've been watching her from afar. This girl been landing interviews with people, and for those of you that don't know, that when you are not on a national station, when you're not on a national platform, you don't usually get the big interviews. Yeah. But my girl, I told y'all, that's from Houston, from Houston, Texas, where I'm from.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I'm from New Orleans.
Yeah, she's from New Orleans. I'm just gonna have, but I didn't hold her. I didn't say nothing because she didn't bring no beignets across the line. But it's okay. But
we are still on air.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. We're still on the air. But tell us about that trip to California. Tell us about those opportunities that were afforded to you.
Well, amazing enough. So for those people who know my journey, I started with the Simply Centrell show, and that was in August. So I'm going to give you a timeline here. I know my producers are probably cringing right now because they don't like me to do the whole timeline thing. I think it's amazing because God has been so great. And so I'm going to give it to you as briefly as I can. Mm-hmm. So I started my show August on the radio in Houston. And prior to that, I was building out the platform for my speaking engagements and coaching and all of that wonderful stuff so that I can inspire people to take action in their life. And when I was doing that, I was saying, where am I going to train? Because you have to train for all the things that you want. You have to prepare. Mm-hmm. Preparation is key, and it's step number 4 in my process. Okay. So, first you open up your mind, then you start looking at your passion, understanding your purpose, and then you move into preparation for all of those things, right? So I'm following my process, and my process leads me to start looking online for some opportunities where I can go do speaking training. And I came across this opportunity to go to a speaking and training class.
Wow.
And when I went there, that's how I learned about this conference. So the conference is called Mega Success, and it was in California. And it's a star-studded conference where these entertainers and very well-known individuals in business come out, and they talk on topics such as real estate, which is a passion of mine. I enjoy that. So, of course, my interest was piqued. And then they talk about how to be a great speaker. They talk about how you brand yourself, how you build your business. And so me being at the beginning of this whole process, I needed that information.
Exactly.
So I was going to some speaking trainings, and then I said, well, I'm going to go to this conference. Now, before the show ever even started, I decided I was going to buy 3 tickets to this conference because I figured I'm learning something. I'm going to bring my family, my mom, my sister. That's what I was thinking I would bring. So I bought 2 additional tickets. And then I started my show a few months later. And so I start the show and run through a few months of that. And then I decided I'm going to take the show on my own. And I started traveling and doing some different things. Because my producers were like, Centrell, we can do this on our own. Right. Now, this is a whole lot of stepping out on faith because I've not done this before.
Right.
So the mentoring and the coaching, very organic to me. This is what I do. Doing this on my own and having a crew and a team requires a lot of God, what's next? God, what should I do? I'm doing a lot of praying. I'm asking for guidance. Every step is not known. I had to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. And so that we get close to the conference and I'm saying, well, I have a show.
Right.
So why don't I go down there and make it more than just me going to a conference about building my brand and understanding how to operate as a business? So I did, and I brought my producer. And when I brought my producer, when I tell you God opened every door, it was like crazy. We went there. We were not a vendor of the conference. They were very open-minded, though. We came with my banners and everything, and we said, we'd like to do just a little filming because we're going to put some of this footage in our show. And they said, absolutely, you're here. Mm-hmm. Their response was, you are here to build your business and to learn how to do it. So go ahead and put your stuff up. Mm-hmm. And I was like, just so you know,
I ain't got no money.
I didn't say that. That's
because I would have said that.
Right. I said, well, just so you know, I did not register as a vendor.
Right.
And they said, that's okay. We appreciate you being honest and respectful.
Wow.
Go ahead and do what you need to do.
Wow.
And then when I did, it was like, it was amazing. So people started coming over. They saw the banner and it was like, what are you doing? I said, well, I'm doing a couple interviews and I'm going to get some footage. Mm-hmm. And everybody was so receptive. There were 2,500 people at this conference from 71 countries.
Wow.
All over the world. And once they saw me put the banner up, then they started coming over. Mm-hmm. And they wanted to know a little bit more about the platform. Then they wanted me to interview them. Mm-hmm. They were willing to pay for the interviews.
I love it.
Right. And the amount that they were willing to pay was just like, oh my God, thank you. Right. Mm-hmm. And I said, well, God, you've given me this opportunity. I think this is an opportunity to give back. So we didn't charge for any of the interviews. We are a media and production company and platform, though. So we were able to provide services for them, which they were very excited to have an interview, branding platform, mm-hmm. the different videos and things we provide. And then I was able to do an interview with Bethany Frankel. So
for those that don't know who Bethany Frankel is, please share. Well, you know what? Before you get to Bethany Frankel, I want to say you said something that was really key. And a lot of times people think that getting into this industry is something that's easy. They think that, I could just wake up today, put up my little camera, push play, which is the truth. Because, you could be a podcaster for those on Facebook, those on Instagram. You could just start a show that way. Mm-hmm. But you don't follow the process.
Right.
And a lot of times we don't seek success because we don't want to respect the process.
That's true.
And what do you have to say about those that don't respect the process?
Well, I think that you get out of things what you put into it. Mm-hmm. There is no microwave anything. I know that we're in a society where people want things now. I'm that way.
Right.
I'm impatient and I hate waiting. I know that's what Jay-Z says. I'm right there with him. I want mines now. Right. So I get it. The only thing about it is that it's not your timing.
Wow.
So
Say it again. It's
not your timing. Mm-hmm. It's God's timing.
Yes.
So you can push and push and push to get something tomorrow and not be prepared, and you'll fail the test every time.
And I'm going to share something with y'all. When I met Centrell, I liked Centrell's style because when I saw she had everything together, I was like, I want one of these shirts with the little blue. I said, I see how she doing it. So when I get my shirts done, I'm putting that little purple conversations on my shirt.
That's what you did?
We already did it, sorry, but we just got to get some more in.
Yes,
I did invite your idea. And I looked at how she presented herself. And y'all, this is what you have to do when you are trying to build your business.
Yeah.
Start looking at what everybody else is doing. Not saying that you're trying to copy.
Right.
But you got to have some start, because I know that her style is not my style. Right. I'm not going to put a flower on me. First of all, that just would not work for me, the whole flower business. That's just not me. But that works for her. And so I tell everybody, even when you, like you said, your style is, she's more laid back. And I promise y'all, I did not cut up like this on her show. Y'all would be so messed up.
I'm gonna have to put that footage out there. she was a little cut up. We were looking at the footage, and I was like, my producer was like, I don't know. There was just not a break in the. We couldn't pause.
But see, she gave me a subject that I could go for, and I just she
went.
And she said go, and you don't tell me go, because once I go, it's
she's
gone.
gone.
I'm gone.
She's
I'm
gone.
I'm
yeah.
gone. But it's like, but again, our platforms are so different, but still the same.
Absolutely.
That but you see, you still can collaborate.
Well, let me share with you that while I was going through this whole process of understanding how to do a show. I was watching other people. I was actually going to the radio station and sitting in on other people's shows.
Exactly.
Asking them where I could help them. How could I be of service, add value? Whether that was they had, a vendor there that was serving food. I would serve food to their live audience guests.
Awesome.
Or they needed someone to take photos. Whatever it was, because I needed to understand how everything was operating. So when you don't know, there's nothing wrong with you going in there and learning. Because as you learn, you're going to say, you know what, I like that. I'm going to do that. Or I like that. I'm going to do that differently. Or that's nice. I'm not doing that. So you get to kind of hone in, and you really need to, like I say, prepare. Study for the road that you're about to go down and understand where your destination is so you can get there faster. It's nothing like being blind, walking, into what you want to occur. You're not preparing for anything.
Exactly.
That's not even smart. So preparation is key.
And tell us now, quickly share with us, because I know we have gone over our time. Y'all, we are live in the studio, and they have turned the clock off. And you know that when you put someone such as I, without a clock, I don't know what time it is. So we're gonna have to speed our interview up just a hair, because we have a guest. It's 6:30. OMG, y'all! Tell us about the lady that you interviewed. Who is this person?
Well, the one lady that I interviewed.
Yeah,
was,
the big superstar.
Well, I've interviewed a number of people.
No, she trying to act like she all that, baby. She is. She interviews everybody. When you go pull up her stuff, you gonna be like, oh.
Well, you know what?
I got a real celebrity on my show tonight, y'all. Write it down.
I've absolutely been extremely blessed.
Yes.
I cannot explain to you how I've been afforded all of those different interviews. While I was in California, I did interview Bethany Frankel. We sat down and we talked about building a better you and what she does to build a better her. And the amazing thing is we were both wearing the same colors. And that was very close to breast cancer. She's an advocate for entrepreneurs and for women, and also helping people to understand what it means to push themselves forward in their business. So that to me was paramount. Plus she's also a philanthropist, and I'm, into philanthropy and mentoring
does it
and
all,
coaching.
because even down through the floods, I watched them do the floods in Houston. She was giving, she was serving, and that's what you call somebody that doesn't care about the platform. It wasn't about the T-shirt, it wasn't about the mic, it was all about helping those people in their time of need.
Absolutely.
Because the water was real serious.
Absolutely.
Y'all, I'm from there, and when I tell you, I left like that week. 2 weeks before the flood. That was like so crazy. And it was like, I called my mom, and they were blessed because it flooded around them. Yeah. It was like they were on an island. And it was like, for those people that normally would be affected that really weren't, it was amazing even to say that. Yes. Because some of the places that are normally flood didn't flood. Right. And I was like, wow. But to see how many people were serving, see how many people that were giving, and Miss Centrell was right there. I want to give her props.
Oh, thank you.
Know that we appreciate that, and everybody appreciates when people can give. It's not about the interview. It's not about the platform, but it's about what we can do in our communities. Y'all, we're getting ready to take a break. We're going to be right back. I got my girl co-hosting with me. We got Miss Danya Williams coming up in the next, and right after these commercials. We'll talk to you right back.
might as well give him some praise right there. I said you might as well give him some praise.
Hey, y'all, we are back here at Conversations with Deborah Franklin with my special co-host today, Miss Centrell Reed. Y'all,
Hello, everyone.
this segment, as y'all know, is one of my favorite segments. Actually, I got two favorite segments, but we're not doing shoe game tonight, and there's a reason why. Shoe Game is taking over the show next week. Y'all be ready because she coming in with some stuff, and it's my birthday week, so it's gonna be kind of like a birthday party. We're gonna be celebrating my birthday because I told y'all this is our month of celebrations.
Yeah, wait.
My birthday.
When is your birthday?
January 24th, y'all. Wednesday.
Oh my goodness!
Wednesday.
Your January birthday?
Yeah.
I was January the 5th.
OMG!
Yes, I can't believe that.
That's why we connected. Y'all, I'm so excited. But you know, winter babies, we have different issues than summer babies. Because especially when I moved to the East Coast, I promise you, I could schedule a snowstorm on my birthday. One year, somebody called me. That's only when I moved out here. Now, at home, it was something totally different. I was going out having a good time because that's Houston. It's 100 degrees all the time. But when I moved here, somebody called me from home and they said, "What you doing for your birthday?" I'm digging out my car because we just had a blizzard.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Yeah, I wasn't doing anything like that on my birthday.
I was so done. We gonna have ice or we gonna have snow. But this year I think they're calling for rain. So we were supposed to do a whole lot for celebrating this month. But know that I said this, and you know, sometimes you say things and don't realize that you're actually speaking to yourself. Because I said delay does not necessarily mean denial. We weren't able to do the book signing on my birthday. We were supposed to do the book signing, book launch, official show launch party, the whole nine. And we had some issues with the location. We didn't find out till the last minute that we could not have it at that location. So y'all know I like doing things decently and in order. So that's why we decided we'll just reschedule. We're going to push it out a little bit, and we're going to go when we're going to do it then. That means that we'll just be celebrating for 2 months in a row as opposed to one.
You did
I'm
the
not
right
mad.
thing.
You mad?
I'm not mad.
Yes, because as long as you celebrate, that means we're accomplishing goals. I
love that because you know what it is? That's fluid movement. Some people feel like, no, it has to happen now and it has to happen this way. When you roll with it, God's going to make it that much better.
And
do it the right way.
All the time.
Because
even down to the cake, y'all, I was able to talk to a baker, and she's going to do a specialized cake for us. And of course, you know, I'm simple. I don't need all this. She said, "Do you want fondant or do you want buttercream?" I said, "Baby, just put some icing on it."
What about the chocolate and the ganache?
No. It's already going to be chocolate. It has. Don't tell me that's what you like too.
I love chocolate, and I like a little ganache on the
This is
top.
why I can't stand you.
Oh.
I can't stand you. Yeah. See, this is why we can't hang out. Which leads us right into our segment of Recipe Diaries.
Oh, goodness.
Yo, Recipe Diaries is one of my favorite segments. Are you going to throw up our graphic? That's me, y'all. For those that don't know, my mama has had me in the kitchen since... child, day one. So if you're not looking at it live, you can go back and look at the picture live. We're going to put it up. But Recipe Diaries today, since I have a co-host, we're going to talk about some of our favorite restaurants. Now, I know for me, when I get home, as soon as I get off the plane, there's a certain things that I have to do, and my cousins call me to make sure that I did it because now it's a running joke. I have to go. Now, this isn't a restaurant. This is what's really finna mess y'all up. I have to go to Shipley's.
Really?
Y'all, Shipley's got some of the best donuts ever in life. I grew up on Shipley's.
They're tasty.
That's because she from New Orleans.
That is why. I'm like, yeah.
Because, you know, she has, you got the beignets and then you got Cafe Du Monde. See, I know about
beignets, however you want. I've heard it all.
Okay.
No, really, it's beignets.
Okay, good. Okay, thank you very much.
I heard somebody say beignet, and I was like, you're not from New Orleans.
No, not at all. Not at all. They're not ready.
That doesn't sound anything like French.
Right. And then our next place, one of my next places would have to be Papados. I have to go to Papados because
that is a Houston thing.
That is definitely a Houston thing, y'all. So it's like Papados and Shipley's, two of my favorite spots. What about you? Because
Are we talking about in Houston?
We don't necessarily have to talk Houston because we're talking about our favorite restaurants. And I know you're getting ready to take us. I don't even know where you're going to take us.
Well, because, see, when you start talking about Papados is doing like their version of Creole and Cajun food.
Yeah.
And it's just not the right thing. That's all I'm saying.
Y'all, she calling me out because she know
I think
ain't from
Papados
there.
is delicious.
Yes.
I go and I eat there. When I'm in New Orleans, though, that's that authentic, that Creole Cajun mixture. I'm talking about taste buds dancing.
Girl.
All kinds of stuff.
Turning
You're just
cartwheels.
talking about vittles in your mouth, giving you all kinds of flavorful concoctions.
Yes.
You don't know anything about that.
That was almost food porn. That was really almost food porn. Just want to let you know that.
We don't. I'm not here for that kind of stuff. I don't do that. What is happening here? Can we go to break?
She just went there. Did y'all see her just leave us? Did y'all see her just leave us?
Because
y'all see that even the audience was like, she just went in.
I'm just saying, I had thoughts
something-
of some etouffee
OMG.
with some
Yes.
crawfish in it, and you have to do it just right. I mean,
It
you
got
can't
to be
just,
the right Trinity. It can't just be any.
You can't just do it, and then the gumbo has to be right. That's the one thing
Yes.
I'm not gonna call out any restaurants. I'm just simply saying that you gotta go to somebody in New Orleans or in the deep South.
Yes.
Get
They
the
really know how to
recipe
do it.
and then bring it back to your restaurant. And it's not just about the chicken and the sausage.
No.
No. As my nephew says, is that a no-no? Yes.
Yes.
It is a no-no. What you need to do is get the authentic stuff, get the right seasonings,
Get the
that
right
stuff that just
andouille
gets you
sausage.
right there.
Yeah.
Get you right there. You need that.
Right.
Right. And the okra, you can't just put okra in the gumbo. No, you have to prepare
makes
it
it
properly.
slimy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You want to know what it tastes like? Go to New Orleans. You can hit up a whole bunch of spots in New Orleans.
And the crazy part,
and
it
it'll
don't
be
even
the right
have to
thing.
be like name brand in New Orleans.
It doesn't.
You could just go from spot to spot
Yeah.
to spot, and then you just get mad.
And I'm going to even tell you, I make a mad gumbo. Now, this recipe stuff, it's pretty domestic for me. So I'm not going to really get deep into that. I do know how to cook, though. So
And that, but
that
you know what?
gumbo,
But that's
I got
that's,
the stamp.
That's all that you got the stamp.
I
on
got
that
the
one?
stamp from the fam. Now, you know that's important. It's like the potato salad stamp. You
Yeah,
can't,
'cause if
anybody
the fam
can't.
don't give it to you, it's a wrap.
Right.
It's a wrap. Because
So
see,
I
my
got the
family is
stamp.
real bad.
I got
if
the
it's
stamp.
wrong, they'll be like,
Yeah, they be like, who made that?
and then when they
Not
walk
doing
by
it.
and they do this,
Right.
or
When
they
when
give
the
the
pot
look.
is just as full as it was when you brought it, that's when you done
when they
messed
talk about,
up.
who
Yeah.
did that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
That's a problem. Yeah.
Or when they get the look, or they just get real quiet.
Real quiet.
That's the one. It's like
Like nobody wants to look
and then
at you.
everybody like,
Mm-hmm. That's what it is.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm just gonna say Cajun Creole. New Orleans has it on lock. You can do some second best. I do. I love food, so
Yes,
I get
yes.
it. Now, are we gonna talk about one of your other favorites? I mean, because we haven't talked about dessert yet. And that's like one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
I really like to go Parisian with it and have my dessert first. Because then I know that I've consumed the calories I really desire.
This is why we probably can't hang out with food. See, when we was at home, we didn't get a chance to go out because I think I was flying out the next day.
I think we should go out.
And she's sitting up here taking me somewhere. Mind is just all over the place.
Well, you know, it
And
starts
I'm
in the
like-
mind. You've
and
got to
then-
open up your mind to the possibilities in life. So
Yes, a
think
dessert.
about what it would mean for you to start with a delicious chocolate cake with a little bit of ganache on the side and have yourself a delicious beverage. Choose it, whatever
It
you
have
want.
to be that Turkish coffee.
You know, it could be that.
Yes, 'cause it would
Now,
have to be.
You start that with your meal, right?
Ah.
You start that.
Y'all,
that
I'm about
is
to go
the
in.
beginning.
I'm about to go in.
And
About
then
to-
you
about-
decide, do you
oh.
need to have an entree? Maybe you do. Maybe
my
you want to
gosh.
have an appetizer after that. Something light. Let me tell you, when you first have the dessert, it's gonna make you feel amazing. It's like it sets the night off. You have to have it.
From
The
Zion. Y'all, I'm
meal
about to
just
start
takes up.
talking in
It
tongues.
becomes
Did y'all
on
feel?
fire
Did y'all
like
feel
you.
that chocolate cake anointing over there? I get an amen from the amen corner. Yes, did I get a? See, I got an amen and a boom shakalaka. See, we are not ready for this tonight, y'all.
I think
She
you
is
should get
taking
ready.
us in.
You should get
She's
ready.
taking us in. Well, guys, we looks like we got our special guest. We're gonna take a quick break, so y'all think about that. Dessert first, and we'll be right back.
Hello?
Well, hey, everybody, we are back here live with Conversations with Deborah Franklin. I know y'all see all these people behind us. Y'all, they're getting ready to perform. We haven't, and we're going to come back and talk to them, but now we're getting ready to hear from The Village.
The Village.
Yes.
And what are you singing?
We're singing In Jesus' Name.
All right, y'all, let's sit back and get ready to enjoy The Village.
Y'all ready? Get excited. What? Hey. Say oh. Hey. Say oh. 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 Sing oh. 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 Hey. Hey. God is fighting for us. God is on our side. He has overcome. Yes, He is overcome. He will not be shaken. We will not be moved. Jesus, you are here. Carry it. Oh, oh, oh. My God is overcome. Yeah, will not be moved. Jesus. Oh, I will live. I will not die. The resurrection. Alive. In Jesus' name. Sing oh, oh. Hey, 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 carry it, yeah. My God is overcome, yeah, yeah. Will not be moved, Jesus. Oh, I will live, I will not die. The resurrection. Alive in Jesus' name. Oh, I will live. I will not die. I will declare. I lift you high. I am here in Jesus' name. Oh, come on, y'all. Hey, clap your hands like this. Hey, come on. What? Come on, y'all. There's power in the name of Jesus. Yes. Hey, power in the name. Hey, God is fighting for us, pushing back the darkness, lighting up the kingdom that cannot be shaken. In the name of Jesus, the enemy's defeated, and we will shout it out, shout it out, pushing back. In the name, hey, defeated. Shout it out, shout it out. My God is, He's fighting for us. Yeah, 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 yeah. In the mighty name of Jesus, enemy. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, I will live. I will not die. The resurrection. I'm alive. In Jesus' name, I will live. I will not die. I will declare. I lift you high. Oh, God is fighting for us, pushing back, lighting up the kingdom in the mighty, mighty name. Oh, oh, oh. Shout it out, shout it out. God is, if God be for us, who can be against us? He's fighting, fighting in the name of Jesus. Yeah, defeated.
this is your girl, Deborah Franklin, and I got my co-host today,
Centrell.
Y'all, this has been an amazing night. It's just been amazing. And we got Miss Tiffany here in the middle with us because she is the one that introduced us to that amazing group. So tell us, how can y'all be found?
Sure, we can be found on Facebook or Instagram at The Village Worship BC.
I love it. Y'all have got to. And know that y'all heard them first. Where? Here live on Conversations with Deborah Franklin. So if you are in the DMV area and you want to come and perform live on our show, inbox us, let us know, because y'all, we are looking for people to give exposure, because it's all about collaborating. It's all about giving that opportunity to those that may not get it. Y'all, we got the platform and we want to share it. Miss Centrell, what did you have to say to close us out?
Well, you know what? God is fighting for us. I think that's very important. That was the message. That was the song. Thank you, Deborah, for having me on. I'm so excited to be in the D.C. area. And when you're in Houston, come check us out at our new Creed Global Studios. We have 4,000 square feet of space where we are helping anyone who wants to win in their media brand. Come out. We will help you with your show, your podcast, all of those wonderful things. We'll be launching pretty soon. Just letting you know. Deborah, you're welcome.
Already know.
We're going to have a show. Yes, because we have so much stuff to talk about.
We have so much. Y'all, I will be in Houston next month, so I can't wait. I'm going to be with my girl. I was looking for somewhere where I could go live with my show, so I will be at the studio. Y'all, the problem has just been solved. Houston, we do not have a problem. Y'all, thank you for joining. Love you to life. See y'all next time here on Conversations with Deborah Franklin.
There you go.